Hello and welcome back to Kaiserreich as Finland. So I looked around in the comments to see what people wanted to see in terms of where we take Finland. Now I still haven't done a like a socialist playthrough in Kaiserreich on my channel, and I do want to do that at some point, but it doesn't seem like that is what the comments want. The comments seem to be split between somewhere around this stuff, which I mean, a lot of people were going to be hyped about, you know, Sur Suomi, the Greater Finland kind of thing. So that is definitely a possibility, though we are seeing the ramifications of that in our Norway playthroughs. So I kind of want to see what the other ones are, but again, if we don't get to the point where we make a decision about that in this episode, please leave a comment about what you actually want us to do with Finland, because I am all ears. I haven't decided yet. This one does seem very, very like tempting though, because I saw another comment talking about this. Like you can go down a sort of military dictatorship path and then try to restore democracy. Like it's a benevolent tyranny, like a military dictatorship under a benevolent tyrant, Mannerheim. I believe a very like Swedish, sorry, not Swedish, what the fuck am I saying? I'm very sorry, Finnish national hero. Very famous Finnish national hero is what I meant to say. Who is like, I mean, there's this cult of personality around him. I think he's revered to an almost religious degree, I think, in Finland. From what I've heard, like with the whole, you know, shrine-like national museum to him. So Mannerheim could be an option. One of the arguments I saw for going national populist is that you get to go down the aggressive expansionist path and proclaim Greater Finland, Sur Suomi, and restore the Roman Empire. That part is a joke, but you can go down the Greater Finland path, and you don't need to do that. You can do that as syndicalists, totalists, social conservatives, paternal autocrats, national populists, all of those. So currently we are paternal autocrat, I think. But I think we can go down social conservatives in this path as well. Again, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think going down this path and finishing this tree, you can still be social conservative and go down aggressive expansion. Because I don't want to go down the diplomacy path. Assert neutrality seems like the most boring ass thing we can do. Like this seems to be made specifically for the AI. Meanwhile, for economy, you need either paternal autocrats or you need not paternal autocrats to do economic independence, and you need them to do dependence. So this is depending on Germany. And this is breaking free. I want to break free, I think. I want to do something independent of them. Like, we can totally join the Reichspakt, I think, or like we can totally see ourselves being a part of the Reichspakt, but as a senior member. Finland will not be under Germany. Finland will stand next to Germany, if anything. Anyways, we'll unpause. I did assign some generals. The generals in Finland are insane in terms of stats. Like, straight up fucking... Like, all of them have... or almost all of them, sorry. Have this trait which grants... Let's see here, I'll... almost all of them have skilled staffer, which gives +6 general max army size, which honestly, I don't know if we're ever going to need that, because we have... I mean, our manpower isn't crazy. Our population is like, it's good, but our manpower is never going to be crazy, so we're not going to have like 1 million divisions, I don't think. So all of them having that +6 division size for their armies and stuff feels kind of superfluous. King Frederick Karle makes a decision. Turning his attention toward recent events, most worryingly the various clashes between the Lappa movement and the Red Guard, King Frederick Karle has been deliberating with regards to allowing the Etsiva Keskus policy, that's like secret police, to take a more active role in pacifying the radicals, so as to set a precedent that dissent will no longer be tolerated. Many of the hardline anti-socialists within the king's cabinet have advocated for doing so, stating that a precedent of intervention on behalf of the government is important, alongside the strengthening of the state police, lest the clashes spiral out of control into a full-on revolt. On the other hand, however, a more moderate conservatives within the National Coalition alongside the Social Democrats have advocated for letting the situation be, and have made the point that dissent within the Kingdom of Finland is already high enough, that any government intervention could lead to ordinary citizens joining in on taking radical action. It is clear, however, that the king must make a choice and fast, lest the current window of opportunity escape. So, let's all look at this. So, this is going to put us down a path, I think. Okay, so this one is like the centrist path, quote unquote. Then we got democracy, socialism on the far right of the tree, and national populism on the far left of the tree. That's interesting, but let's see. So you can, if we send in the secret police. So the way I'm thinking, if we send in the secret police, we're going to push ourselves towards the fringes of this these possibilities here. I think we want to send in the secret police here. It's going to fuck our shit up, but if we want Mannerheim to take control, or if we want the like the right-wing currents to like spiral out of control, we gotta stoke the flames. Again, always I do concentrated industry specifically because I think having it resistant to bombing is counterintuitive when you rather would have stronger industry to just make fighters to stop bombing. Oh, the King's Speech. In order to act as a unifying figurehead of the Kingdom of Finland in these troubling times, King Frederick Karle has turned toward giving a speech to the people in order to reconcile with certain segments of the population while also strengthening his position with supporters. Given in the Parliament House in Helsinki and broadcast through radio to Finns all around the nation, the king had called for a number of things during these times. Most notably, he called upon the Finnish people to come together in order to ensure the stability of the Kingdom of Finland and reject the radicalism of the far left and far right. Joining him were members of the National Coalition, most notably members from the more hardline anti-socialist wing of the party. Whether or not this will change anything, that much remains to be seen. I think you could cut out the that much there. He has brought the country bought the country needed time. Much needed time, I would say there. Let's go back to weighted shuffle because I want to hear some of the country-specific music here. Maneuvers in the Carpathians. So we have some saber rattling between the Iron God Romania and Kingdom of Hungary. Always happens. Nicholas E. Glaes, elected chairman of the TUC. That's in there. Autonomists, radical socialists, they are going very moderate. Moderate syndicalism here. Written within the International here, yep. They're going devolution, so we're probably going to see a breakup of the Union of Britain, possibly, into its constituent parts. So we might have a socialist Scotland, Wales, and maybe Cornwall. Valenius rallies the White Guard. Kurt Marti Valenius, leader of the fringe Lapua movement, has taken the opportunity to rally members of the White Guard, many of whom have turned to throwing their support behind the party in order to achieve true independence for Finland and the Finnish people. In Helsinki, members of the White Guard assemble in front of the elite Jaegers in a demonstration of power and a show of solidarity. Both sides stood their ground for a long time, yet no fighting took place, staring each other down. While King Frederick Karle let out a sigh of relief upon hearing the positive news of a lack of fighting, many politicians and loyal military advisors have become worried, as they feel that this may be the beginning of a brewing storm. Dude, this Finnish event chain is really, really cool. I'm digging this. Coup d'etat in Siam. Where have I seen this before? Let's get our military stuff up just in case, because I don't know what's gonna happen here. We will have the best guns in case we might need them. Workers on strike due to the effects of the Black Monday on the Kingdom of Finland. Finnish workers have seen prices rise, wages sharply decrease, and rising unemployment. This has of course led to an issue in which many Finnish workers have found it difficult to make ends meet. A general sense of rising impatience and helplessness has arisen amongst the workers, and who have now taken it upon themselves to seize the opportunity and exploit the current instability to demand greater wages and better working conditions. So if we don't concede, we will probably further stoke the fires of the left-wing revolution. And while I saw no comments wanting that, or since I saw no comments wanting specifically a socialist Finland, we should give in and try to not anger the left wing, because then they might actually might be empowered to the point where they might take over. Oh, also I noticed we have a navy. I don't know why, but we have one. Manuel Carles assumes full control of Argentina. Oh! Apparently King Frederick Carle's decision to send the state police to disrupt any sort of potential plots against the Kingdom of Finland, which had faced much opposition from the moderate conservatives and the social democrats, has worked out in his favor. A plot by the Lapua movement to create mass instability throughout the Kingdom of Finland as seize power, thereby proclaiming an independent Finnish nation, was recently foiled by the state. Kurt Marti Valenius, known leader of the Lapua movement, was arrested and the party itself forced to disband. Whoa, okay, so the national populism is just gone now. We don't have that option anymore. Who were able to avoid retribution have went into hiding. Amongst them was Vilho Annala, who was seen fit to create a similar party to the Lapua movement, the Patriotic People's Movement. Okay. I mean, we might still have an option. Hopefully we rid ourselves of this plague. So now we got a new national populist movement, which maybe it's even worse than the past one. Who knows, dude? Whoa, wait. Did we just get forced down the old order? Oh, we did. Oh, come on. That means we have to go down the monarchy path. Ah, this is the least interesting one, though. You know what? Hold on. I'm gonna do something I don't often do. Yeah, I'm gonna do something I don't often do. So I thought the sending in the secret police would anger people and get us further towards either side here. But apparently that is what you want to do only if you want to go like old order, apparently. So I think we should probably, because this is the one I didn't want to do. So I think we're probably going to go back and redo that part. Not a thing I often do. Let's see if May is far enough back. I'm not a one for save scumming a lot, but this is basically going to decide the flavor of the remainder of this playthrough, so I think this is probably for the best. Like, I don't save skim for the sake of winning. I only do it specifically when it will like hinder what I like want to call production value in this case, because I think the old god one is kind of boring. Especially the right side here. While I think these two are these two and this one are the most interesting ones. This one does seem kind of interesting, but not in the terms of like going something kind of aggressive. Because currently, our Norway playthrough is probably going to be kind of moderate and very like toned down, while I kind of want this Finland one to be a bit more sursuomi. So yeah, let's unpause and see what happens here. Let's just let time tick fast and try to get to the point we were at. Luckily, it was only like a couple of months. Oh no, this is actually after the state police thing. I'm going to put or I might just like edit this and splice in just me saying, you know, I had to do this, blah 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 blah, justifying my decision, etc etc. But I'm gonna go back to here and basically just reassign these people. It is too risky. We must hope that the situation will sort itself out. Let's see what this gives us. It's gonna take a couple of months before we actually see the fruits of our labors here. Hopefully, it results in one of the more interesting paths. Because what I also think is that by going down that old order path, we straight up... oh, by the way, I didn't even consider this. We might have just been unlucky, because I think sending in the secret police might have also been able to fail. So, there might be like a hidden chance there. So I think... Oh boy. Yeah, now this is going to be different with this. Oh, no, never mind. I'm thinking of the Civil War in Russia. Okay, so this didn't happen last time. We have to do something here now. What's more, the Russian bear is at war with itself, and unlike last time, we are not in a civil war ourselves. Voices in Helsinki are whispering that this could prove to be the prime opportunity to move into Karelia and liberate our Karelian brethren from the Russian yoke. Others warn caution, however. Such an act of bravado is unlikely to receive German support. Russian Republic. So we're not declaring war on the Soviets. Let's wait, because currently the Russians have all their troops on our border. Valenius rallies the White Guard. Yep. I believe if we take this, we get a white peace event, which is what I want. Coup d'etat in Siam. When have I seen this before? Let's see. 1 day left. To arms. Oh, never mind. We didn't even have to declare war. I think maybe they got a chance to respond to the event. Possibly. The Russians retreat. As our forces moved into Karelia, the Russian forces retreated. Apparently, they recognize that a conflict with us isn't something that they can afford, while their homeland is under the reign of the Scarlet Flag. Awesome. Free clay from the Russians. I mean, at this point, I don't regret like the save scummy behavior. I mean, I do regret having to do it, and well, I didn't have to do it, but I do regret doing it in the sense that it now changes the outcome of history here and stuff, which, I mean, the Soviet, Soviet uprising might still happen just later on, but there's no real way to know, and that is kind of like what I don't like about it. Workers on strike, so the question is, should we give in or should we not? If we don't give in, we anger the left wing. If we do give in, how about we try, let's see, let's save again. We shall not concede. Let's see what happens if we don't concede. Probably will cause further rifts in the society, both on, or like basically polarizing the society by pushing people out to the left, and what we also have, and also like galvanizing the left, and we also have already galvanized the right. The Lapua movement marches on Parliament. Here is our decision. Having consolidated enough power over the years, the Lapua movement has been seen fit to march on Parliament and have advanced towards Helsinki. Currently clashing with the Jaegers, the White Guard who have chosen to join the Lapua movement seem to be gaining the upper hand against the dwindling number of elite light infantry. King Frederick Kalle and the rest of the democratic parties are extremely worried about these turns of events. Indeed, General Kurt Martti Valenius, who is overseeing the current battle, has continually decried the German encroachment upon Finland in an attempt to boost the morale of the men under his command. While it seems the Lapua movement will emerge victorious, the chance of a victory for the national coalition is still plausible. So here, if we go... This is the National Coalition, I think. I honestly don't know how to get Mannerheim. I'm going to save again, and I'm going to go with the Lapo movement. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I have a better idea. There haven't been a lot of wars. We don't need to do casualty reports. I'm going to save the game there. And I'm going to leave this one up to you guys. So, sorry for the whole, you know, it's rewind time bullshit earlier, but to make up for it, in the comments down below, tell me which one of these should I go for? Should we go Lapua? Should we go, you know, National Populist Finland? Should we let the Red Guard take over and fight the Lapua movement? Putting us towards a socialist Finland, which can still go down the aggressive expansion path here. Or should the Jaegers push back the White Guard? And also, if anyone knows which one will put us down Mannerheim's path, not necessarily because we will do it this time, but because I kind of just want to know, and I also might want to do it on my own in my own playthrough if I play off camera. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you are interested, there are links down below to the mod list, to my Twitter, to or I mean, yeah, all that stuff. Twitter, you can keep in touch with me and send me memes and figure out like what's going on with the channel. I'll announce if stuff is happening. If I, you know, eventually might start streaming on Twitch, I'll announce that there probably, like whenever I go live and stuff. You can also just find me on Twitch, Freda_ is my username. You'll find the same avatar and stuff. Yeah, Humble Bundle link, affiliate link, you know the drill, Patreon, all that bullshit. I'm not gonna shill too much for money. Yeah, thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I love the comments, especially the ones that share stuff that I, you know, don't know about. Historical insights, etc, etc. Very, very appreciative of those. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.